Time to cook, baby. What it do, dude?
It's goody. What's popping? What's popping?
What's going on, man? What's up, man? Shout out Myra Magnus, man, already. Super chat already. What's up with you,
salute,
man? What's going on? Hey, man, we just got to cook, man. I'm just going to make a statement, straight up statement, and that all the YouTube content creators that I rock with, we are a hell of a lot better than these so-called main media stream outlets that's out here. And I'm talking about the Fight Hub TVs of the world, the Second Souths. You know, I mean, IFL TV, Coogan, he cool. You could tell throughout that whole little interview, Coogan was cool. Like, you could tell
that's my man, though.
He's cool. Coogan is cool. We gonna leave Coogan alone. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna, because Coogan is actually showing that he cool. But the Phelps of the world, the female boxings and all those other outlets, bro, that's out here bitching and complaining and all that bullshit. Nah. That don't make no goddamn sense for you to be having 250,000 to 500,000 subscribers and you still complaining about how you can't pay your bills and you ain't getting no money and you getting unemployment. Motherfucker, I'm gonna tell you something. You better hustle that shit. You better get that unemployment money and get that subscriber money while you bullshit.
You heard? You heard? It ain't too hard. It ain't too hard. Get you a little unemployment. You looking for a handout from Matchroom when they already blessing you with so many opportunities and you're so basic, you're not even taking advantage of them. So you sitting there looking for a handout during this pandemic while everybody else is suffering and losing money, and y'all feel as though y'all should be exempt or put as A-list above every other YouTuber because you have 500,000 subscribers. That 500,000 subscribers should net you enough ideas to where you should be creative and innovative enough to where you should be keeping yourself paid right now. Because I'm going to tell you one thing about me. I'm a hustler. I ain't never lost no money in the drought. So what that shows me is y'all fearful of the real heartbeats of boxing, and y'all know we on your motherfucking neck. We on y'all neck. We coming up and we coming up fast, and we here to stay. And the difference between y'all, us, and them is the fact that we really honor and cherish the game for what it is, bro. We put the game first. Y'all put the other shit first.
We got these females sitting up here complaining about how they supposed to be getting stuff from Matchroom and all this shit, man. You basically all these women in the boxing, they just getting shit because they looks, not because they know anything about the sport of boxing, but because they look good in the dress and they got some nice perky tits. That's about it. That's why they in the position that they in. Motherfuckers don't know shit about the sport of boxing. Rest in peace, Roger Mayweather. Man, you was right. You was right. You took it to the grave. A lot of these motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing. None of them. You got the only reason why second dude for Radio Raheem got up because he know Dave Chappelle. That's what gave him his break because of who he knew, not because he really knows something about boxing. That motherfucker need to be on. He need to be one of the motherfuckers on TMZ, like what Mark said. Shout out Unrivaled Boxing Talking News. Like what he said, he need to be on like TMZ or E Entertainment Weekly or some old weak shit like that. He ain't got no business in the
that Radio Raheem.
He definitely need to be on ETV.
Exactly. He don't need to be in this boxing shit. He ain't got.
It just seems like, you know, I respect Michelle. I respect Michelle Joy Phelps' work rate. She puts in a lot of work. You know, she goes out there and gets it done. My thing is, you know, with all of these guys, you know, it seems like they're in cahoots with one another. And you know, out of the three, you know, excluding Coogan, you know, I think that these guys, like I said, they just ask a bunch of the same freaking questions at different time. You know, it's a bunch of redundant shit over and over again. Look, man, I'm just saying, if y'all are the top dogs, if y'all so-called the A-list YouTubers or whatever, and y'all supposed to have all of these extra, you know, fringe benefits and shit like that, then y'all should be showing us how it should be done. We shouldn't be the wave. We shouldn't be the top dogs when it comes to editing. We shouldn't be the ones that people looking to when they want the real information in boxing. We run to y'all because y'all talk. We look at y'all channels because y'all talking to the boxers, but y'all talk a bunch of basic shit. I've been done with elementary, son.
And shout out to my man Myron Magnus, man. Double M, man. Boxing Logics United, when he did the interview with Gary Russell, it wasn't no fucking 30-minute interview where we were sitting there asking a whole bunch of dumbass questions. Basically, you just having it's not even an interview. You really just having a one-on-one conversation with him. It's not really an interview. This ain't like what Ring IQ said. This ain't 60 minutes. You know, we're not having to sit down. You know, this is not a Joe Rogan. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We just want to know some real questions that you can ask within 2 to 5 minutes, and we can get all the information that we need. Is who gonna fight who? When is he gonna fight? And all that. How is training? All those type. But that's what I want to know. I want to know when you gonna fight who. How is training going? That's what the fuck I want to know. I give a shit about what you ate today. I don't even give a damn about your diet.
Well,
I mean, no, but I don't care about that. I want to know when you're gonna scrap,
bro. It just shows you what type of journalists they are. You know, they about as casual as they freaking come, because my thing is, you have endless amounts of material. If you say if boxing was active right now and you're at the fights, you get to analyze the fight, you get to break down the fight, you get to break down the commentary, you get to listen to the controversial things that they're saying on both sides, whether it's to you or to somebody else. You get all of this information and you get to pack it in, you get to make your journalist notes, and you get to go ahead and ask the proper questions that the fans want to hear. But once again, it's just a bunch of recycled questioning. Like right now, everybody's down, everybody's home. You got millions of motherfuckers you could talk to. And y'all sitting up here looking for a handout. Man, y'all look, man, at this point in life, bro, if you looking for a handout, man, you might as well go ahead and kill yourself, because ain't nobody gonna give it to you. Ain't nobody for real, ain't nobody caring about nobody like they want you. You gotta get it out the mud. Nobody gonna give it to you. If you got yourself there at 500,000 and you plateauing right now, you gotta ask yourself why that is. Because probably because you got in that position and you got there and you got comfortable.
And shout out T Street Controversy, man. That's where we can check out the video.
Shout out
T Street Controversy. So we want to see the video, because that's where I watched it. He did a podcast on it. It's probably like maybe 10 hours ago, 10 hours old now. But yeah, I watched about a good 20, almost 30 minutes of it, and it really upset me. It was just like, when you look at it, y'all are just a bunch of yes men and women. Y'all really was just trying to maintain a positive vibe in relationships. You didn't want to ask these fighters real questions because you felt that it would mess up the establishment of the relationship that you have. And you didn't want to do that. So you start asking these random retarded questions, or just basically becoming yes men, basically bigging them up like a Ellie Setback, who just asks the dumbest shit in all of captivity. And he just and he does that just so he can have a good relationship with the fighters. So a lot of these media outlets, they're not going to ask the questions that the people want to know or want to hear. They're going to ask the questions that basically make the fighter feel as comfortable as they possibly can feel. And I don't think that's real media.
No, man. Nah, like, once again, it all goes back to this. Like, I really have to listen to the interview, but what I'm gathering from what I've already been told from Julius and yourself, like I said, man, it's just they're fearful. They're fearful of the new media that's coming up underneath of them, because we're a fucking problem. I don't care. Like, yo, I've always been humble in my work, but I hear it 1,000 times a day what motherfuckers say about my work. I hear it 1,000 times a day what people say about your work. People say about Julius' work. What people say about everybody fucking work. So I know, man, they not blind to who we are, man. Radio Raheem followed me. I didn't follow him. He followed me first, then I followed him. So at the end of the day, they very aware of who we are. They're very aware of the impact that we making. They watching, you know what I'm saying? They watching the whole moves, man. But the difference is, they came in the game a certain way, and really, they have to, keep that type of energy for real. Because if they try to switch up and ask the tough questions now, they're gonna lose their relationships, bro. But the thing is, you can ask the tough question in DT3. That's not the problem. It's the way you convey it. You gotta ask it a certain way. Don't be, derogatory and demeaning. Almost ask it in a way where it's, it's almost welcoming, a soft landing for the response. So, but they just comfortable when you get in a position where you just wanted to be buddy with people that are of a certain stature, and you look at them a certain way. You look at these dudes like they God. You look at them like they whatever. You already lost. I look at them like, like I respect their craft. I look at them like, highly elite, boxers, with hella craft and all that stuff. I respect what they do, but at the end of the day, they're regular human beings, bro. And I got one part of a job to do. They have another part of a job to do. I don't never mix business with pleasure.
Exactly. So, and I think, let me check the chat real quick. He says, Mr. Bogues says that, but let's be fair, most fighters won't give interviews unless you're kissing their asses. So, I mean, end of the day, bro, if you look at all sports, it's not like that in football. It's not like that in basketball. It's not even like that in soccer. You got the guys that's going to ask those real questions. That's going to ask what's really going on as far as your career is concerned. And I feel like in boxing, they don't have that. And I think that's not fair. I think somebody needs to be the Howard Cosell of boxing. I think we need that. I think it's gonna push
them. People can hate them. People can hate them all they want, bro. But they need that Larry Merchant kind of energy, bro. You need that Larry Merchant kind of energy in boxing at all times, because you want to know why? That shit is always truthful. It's always unfiltered, and it's always what it is, what you see inside the ring and outside of the ring. If a motherfucker is ducking, you're going to call them out when they ducking and see if they're going to pull up on the fighter. The point is, that, like, disregarding everything else, like, the questions need to be asked. And if people are sitting up there wanting to get in journalism and you're fearful of asking the tough questions, then this ain't the field for you. If you want to get in boxing or boxing talk, if you want to interview people and talk that shit and you're afraid of asking questions, you want to be friends, bro, you in the wrong field, because at the end of the day, the fans are fucked. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be fucked, because guess what? I'm not going to change. I'm educated enough to where I know how to answer questions and articulate myself without bringing a level of pressure that makes a person feel uncomfortable. Like I said, there are certain ways that you can ask a question that makes a person feel comfortable enough to answer it with you. The one thing is to not ask a person a question and then go after you receive the question for them and then go in the media and slander them behind their back. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that you shouldn't do. Outside of it, it's fucking free game.
What's up, Santos? What's up, Angel? Terrell, what's up, Terrell? I ain't seen you in a minute. Terrell says Larry Merchant is a racist.
I'm fully aware what people think about Larry Merchant, but I don't give a damn. That's not the point I'm trying to make here. The point I'm trying to make here is Larry Merchant always asks the tough fucking questions, regardless of anything. What he sees in the ring, he's going to convey that to the fighter. There are not a lot of how many people do you see doing that outside of the ring? So if it's okay to do it inside of the ring, after you see them in action, it's okay to do it outside of the ring as well. And all of these journalism shouldn't be sucking ass. They should be, willing to ask the questions that we want to hear as fans. Because Terrell, right now, do you get the questions? Do you get questions that you want answered? Or do you sit around and watch 30 minutes worth of interviews where you hear a bunch of fluff and a bunch of bullshit? Like I said, you can go to Ellie Seckback and you can watch, Alexander Usyk juggle for 7 minutes if you want to do that.
And watch that get a good 200-300 views. You know what I mean? But the thing is, why y'all hating on what the purpose of Larry Merchant is? Larry Merchant asks the question. See, y'all too busy looking at him.
He looking at
instead
he
of
wants some LDBC shit. That's Terrell.
Right. So instead of looking at the point being is Larry Merchant in the boxing community, he did ask the questions that needed to be asked of all fighters. It was not just black fighters. Okay. He didn't favor white fighters because when white fighters did do some fuck shit, he did actually ask them the right questions.
It blows my mind how weak motherfuckers say it's a bad analogy or a bad example because all of y'all do is y'all sit and look at y'all looking at basic shit. See, look, racism has always been a problem in boxing since the beginning of time. But this is the thing: it's you focusing on racism. But did he ask the right questions or not? Regardless of what he is, there's a lot of people that you shake hands with every fucking day, and you know they racist. There's going to be people that you got to deal with every day behind the scenes. You know they racist, but it ain't stopping you from conducting yourself in a professional manner or conducting yourself how you're supposed to. So you can't take that away from Larry Merchant, and you're not going to take that away from me and say it's a bad analogy because that motherfucker asked the tough questions. I don't care if it's Max Kellerman. I don't care if it's fucking Teddy Atlas. Shit, Teddy Atlas rubbed me the wrong way with some shit that he do. Shit, y'all a lot of motherfuckers watch Joe Rogan. That motherfucker clearly said some racist shit. I don't watch his channel at all. When he called black motherfucker, when he said he was in fucking Planet of the Apes when he went to the movies on the bad side of the neighborhood. Come on, fam. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
What's up, Mark? What's going on with you?
Hello.
You just came in when they were saying something about Larry Merchant being racist, but the purpose, what we were saying about Larry Merchant is that we need somebody in boxing because basically the people that we have, you know, the Fight Hub TVs, the Mary Phelps of the Mary Joy Phelps of the world, you know, they become friends with these fighters, asking these fighters all the questions, you know, to be getting good with them. But we need somebody like a Larry Merchant, a Howard Cosell that's going to ask these fighters the real tough questions that really us fight fans, we really want to know, the stuff we really want to hear. We don't care about what type of pizza they had today or spaghetti. We want to know who they fighting, how is training going on, and what's going on with what's up with the contracts. That's what we want to know. So,
I know.
So what do you think? Do you think that these fighters are getting more yes men in their camps as far as asking them interviews and all that, or do they need more Howard Cosell's, Larry Merchant type individuals?
I mean, at the end of the day, there's actually journalists on YouTube who actually go out and ask serious questions and they constantly get interviews.
Mm-hmm. Can you
like Rob Tebbett of Boxing Social.
Okay.
Like Sporting Icons, he gets interviews with people. He does. Like, I don't remember the last time I seen Sporting Icons in the middle of an interview ask, like, what's your favorite type of broccoli? You know what I mean?
Right.
I haven't seen it. I mean, so you can actually do that. There's a way to be respectful and still be able to ask the right questions. There is a way. These people don't possess it.
That's exactly what I was saying, Mark. You can eloquently present questioning to individuals, and you can ask it a certain way to where they feel like it's okay, welcoming to answer the question. You don't have to ask it to where it's so blunt, to where it comes off derogatory, and it comes off to the point to where they want to be dismissive. Like I said, all you have to do is just elaborate on your freaking vocabulary and just ask them it straight. Don't ask it in a way to where you know it's going to make the fighter want to shun away from the question. You don't do that.
100%, man. 100%. Like it's not a difficult process. It's you're having a conversation like you normally do. Just don't be fucking, like, for lack of a better word, autistic about how you fucking do it. You don't walk up to Shakur Stevenson and say, "So I watched your last fight. Is there?" You could be like, "What is there anything you're gonna do differently? Like when you fought against Joe Gonzalez in this fight, it's gonna look more like you're gonna initiate more output, or are you gonna be more aggressive in your approach instead of saying, hey, bro, are you gonna be more entertaining? Because last time you bore the place out."
Right. That's a good way of asking. That's a good way of asking the question that you wanted to know the answer to without coming off disrespectful. It comes off in a way where you're asking about his game plan, and you're still getting the answer that you want. See, that's a perfect example of what I'm trying to say. You can ask any question that you want in the world. It is how it's presented to the individual. Like I said, you know, I'm telling you, if you already believe that you can't even ask a fighter a question because you feel like they're going to run from it, then shit, what field are we really in? Because I thought that this was boxing.
That's what I thought it was. And I just feel like, especially with them complaining about, you know, the cutbacks and the money in the situation. I mean, I feel like they're not the only media outlets as far as that has their particular status that is suffering right now. And I overheard on Rival on Ring IQ, shout out Ring IQ, Boxer Talk, on his live stream saying that he got more attention during the last month and during this pandemic than when he was when boxing was popping, and he's done less, and you've gotten more.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I've released less videos, done less hours. I've actually made a little bit more money off of YouTube per month in the last 3 months than I did in the previous three.
and you are a man that only has what, almost 3,000 subscribers.
Approaching 2,500 right now. Yeah.
Right. So imagine if you had 500,000 or a quarter million.
Well, maybe they're not going to make more money than their best months ever, but I guarantee you right now, they don't have to travel, right? So
Right.
there's one time constraint gone. They're not doing interviews. There's another time constraint gone, right? They're not preparing hundreds and thousands of questions. What's to stop them, right, from going on, right, onto boxing scene, taking a big fucking segment of whatever, and doing the exact same thing that a lot of other people are doing, other than the fact that they can't?
Mm.
What's to stop them from doing that? They've got 400k subscribers. You got 400k subscribers. Going, oh, look at this piece of news. Fucking Tyson Fury says he accepts the fight with Deontay Wilder. Not Deontay, with Mike Tyson, right? You know the way that news broke? On my channel, I only did like 200 views on that video. A channel like that, and they give their view on it. They're like, how I think the fight might play out. Will it actually happen? What's the possibility of all of this? Are you gonna get 100,000 views?
Easy work.
Easy work. Just attaching Tyson Fury and Mike Tyson to it. That's not something that'll appeal to like a hardcore based channel, but
platform.
to their type of channel, thump! That's right. Tabloid. Bam! Yeah, exactly. Crack it.
Exactly.
Idiots.
And by the way, they still getting unemployment too. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's just like you have all that subscription base and you're not utilizing it to the best of your ability. Like I said, if there are people like me or Mark or Two Hands that had that subscription base with the content that we put out with interviews as well, bro, come on now. Like, this is ridiculous. You know what I mean? It makes no sense for a media outlet to basically be complaining.
You want to know what I was thinking, D?
What's up?
I was seriously just sitting and thinking, because realistically, you can have all the subscribers in the world, but your momentum could be trash right now. So they're probably sitting up there, their conversation probably behind the scenes, they're probably sitting there looking at their traffic, probably looking at their analytics, and their traffic is trash right now. They're probably paying attention to other subscribers underneath of them who are getting excessive amounts of traffic, who are getting excessive amounts of subscribers that are coming up right now, and they're feeling some type of way about that, and they're possibly feeling threatened. So they feel as though because of the hands that they shake, and the people that they mingle with, they feel as though they should be compensated for their work because they feel like they put in enough work. Honestly, I don't even feel like they scratched the surface of what they could do.
But if you look at it, in my opinion, that's why I said it's a bunch of yes men and women. A lot of the people that are bitching about it, and the people that they expecting to get something from, they was in a sense shitting on them in one form or another when everything was popping. And now that when everything go to pretty much go to shit for them, now you want to put your hand out? That don't make sense. You know what I mean? That's like Mark is Matchroom, you know what I'm saying, UPBC, and I'm doing all PBC fighters. I talk shit about Matchroom all day long because I gotta do that because I gotta get interviews with you. So I'm talking about Matchroom all day, trying to get PBC interviews, blah blah blah, and I'm popping. And then when this pandemic hit, now I'm asking Mark for give me some money. Now, how that sound to you, Mark?
Yo, bro, COVID dropped. Yeah, I lost my job, right? Because I'm not gonna walking up to the people who run that business and being like, after the amount of time I put in here, you owe me more. You owe me after all of the wood I cut up for your company. Get the fuck out of here. What type of weirdo? Look, let me ask you a certain question, yeah? Eddie Hearn, yeah? What money is he making right now? What shows are going on? Right? Who's compensating Eddie Hearn for all of the fights that he's put on for the British public of the last 4 years? Yo, this is a fucking pandemic, fam. You're not entitled to shit, you stupid ass motherfuckers, man. That's so stupid. Jesus Christ, I'm telling you. And by the way, now I'm gonna come across like a dickhead for even saying this, right? The two people who had the biggest problem about this just happen to be from America.
Oh shit! And the crazy thing to me is, I'm like, yo, you're really trying to be compensated right now, but you got fucking billionaires who invested billions of dollars in the streaming companies. You got guys that are running billion-dollar companies and shit like that. They're losing money. They're not making money in the drought as well. But you see, they're evolving. They're figuring out ways, to be innovative, to bring some type of boxing content to the people. And you're sitting up there complaining like what you're doing is a drop in the bucket or a fucking dribble in the bucket compared to what they're doing. Man, sit your motherfucking self-entitled ass down.
Yeah, two hands. Think about it like this. This just got to me, right? She's complaining because of all of the stuff that she's done, right? So all the stuff that she's doing for Matchroom and all these, and they should pay her because of that, because her livelihood is affected, right? Now, I want you to think about it like this. You, me, boom, we report on all of the ongoings and box. That's like Eddie here and turning around and walking up to me, you, and Boone and being like, after all of the things I've said that you've reported on, right? I have, my words have helped build your platform, have helped make you money. I deserve compensation.
You be looking at Eddie like he crazy as shit. I'm like, Eddie, you doing bad right now, bro. Like, get your shit together, dude.
Like, do y'all hear what we saying, though, people? Do you hear how dumb these people are saying? And we are people that have we don't even have up to 10,000 subscribers, and we
Dunce
up here
caps for everybody,
right? And these dudes up here got 250,000 to 500,000 subscribers, and y'all bitching about money y'all ain't getting.
Actually, between the three of us. Between the three of us, we only touch over 10K.
Right.
Like
crazy.
Yeah.
Breaking up, bro.
I said, it's where we at right now. Where we going? Because we got motherfucker right. My channel and blow up. My views just going through the fucking roof. So, you know what I mean? They fearful of where we going, and they're fearful about how basic that they are. Well, fucking evolve, motherfucker. Evolve or get ready to get pushed out the game. Because guess what? This motherfucking train don't stop.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you some real talk. Like what Two Hands said earlier when he was saying about how these major media outlets, they see all of us, because I mean, especially if we got people like, Michael Monterio, they know about us. You got people like Steve Kim who know about us, who really follows Two Hands directly on Twitter. And I think Mark has a few major players.
I'm followed by 9 people on Ring Magazine. I'm followed by 6 people from Sky Sports. I've got 3 people who follow me from ESPN.
So, I mean, it's not like people don't know about us. Don't let our subscriber base get you fucked up, because people know who we are. So if these major players know who we are and they see us, and if they feel threatened by us, what you think it'll happen when we do have that bigger platform? When we are doing interviews.
Hey, yeah, I know what they better not do. Don't come up to me asking for no motherfucking money.
Yo, Boone, bro. There's a pandemic just hit. The amount of words that I put on your live streams, bro, the content I've given you, you owe me compensation, bro.
Man, you know what? See, what had happened was, that Rona.
This is the dumbest shit.
Man,
we all fucked, bro. And
Rona, you dirty bitch.
Yeah, that Rona. But yeah, it's like everybody losing money, and I feel like you have no right to complain when you have a platform like that. Like, this is what I would have did. I'm gonna give you another game plan. Like I said earlier, what you should have did was keep your little unemployment money, and then at the same time hustle your YouTube channel. Well, let me tell you how you could hustle your YouTube channel. Since you know about all these YouTubers, when you heard some BS about Deontay Wilder saying all these things about Mike Tyson and all that, why you just didn't call him up and interview him about that? About his comments and what he said about that? I'm sure you heard about it. I'm sure you felt some type of way about it. A lot of people act like they're oblivious to it, but if we heard it, I'm sure they did too. Why don't you hit him up with an interview? Or why don't you hit up Mike Tyson and see, hey, Deontay Wilder had these comments to say, what do you think about that? Blah, 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 blah. On your platform. Come on, bro.
They so shook, bro, because look, where they at right now, they can only call a motherfucker a Skype. They can't do what we do. They can't get in that motherfucking creative studio and chop a motherfucker up, break them down, and then, throw it out there on the upload, for the people to see. They've got to call somebody. They have nothing else. They have nothing else in their pocket that they can do. No editing skills whatsoever, man. It all depends on a fucking 4-time zoom on them boobs. And you know what I'm saying? A neck up shot. You know what I mean? And talking to a fucking boxer, man, and some fucking 18 to 25-year-old kids loving the boobs and tuning in for a whole
lot. Man said a neck up shot.
For real. I just feel like with all that, it don't make no sense they don't have no right to really complain about anything with the platform they have, the followers that they have. It don't make no sense, man. It's like I'm looking at it as like, what are you bitching about? What are you complaining about? You got
Steve Kim. Oh my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say that Steve Kim had just said in the interview, it was like 3 days after the Wilder fight that he was speaking on, he was speaking on new media. He was speaking on just basically, pretty much YouTube boxing in a whole, like, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We're the ones that are really pumping out the content for boxers. We are where they get, we are how they get out to the fans, really. So it's basically, we're the ones that are bringing the media forward. So if that's the case, and then they know that, and he's subjective to the ones that he likes to listen to, and they're hearing this information, and not one of their names are coming out of these guys' mouth. Oh yeah, I'm sure they're feeling some type of way, because this YouTube boxing conversation and how it affects, the boxers, and how much the boxers really tune in, and how much they've made that evident that they tune in just within the last few months, even before the pandemic. Oh yeah, it gets to them because, like I said, the content is just that much more creative. The wordplay is just that much more creative. The knowledge on, boxing is just that much better. Like the conversations are that much better. You're not even scratching the surface with these individuals. Fuck it. They can't even put a spade in the fucking dirt.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what is the boxing voice doing?
It's a good question. Mike, the gentleman that was the paraplegic that's on the show, he's doing his own show now. Yeah, he ain't even with TBV no more.
Yeah, I heard about that. I'm not gonna comment on what I heard from some people who've talked to Mike, but yeah, that's not a good thing. Ness, you suck, man. You suck, bro.
Yeah, bro, he's the biggest D rider, and then she tried to shit on DAZN so bad, during his rise and his cock riding of Deontay Wilder and sucking his nuts all down in the Alabama swamps and gyms. He sat up there and he rode his cock for so long, but then he ends up, getting most of his best content from Eddie Hearn, getting most of his best interviews from Eddie Hearn, from most of his best interviews from Matchroom Fighters, and then they started even using, DAZN's link and all of that shit on their freaking channel because they were trying to get endorsed and be, do punditry work on DAZN. So it's kind of funny how you go from fucking cock riding to flip flop, and now you straight up foot thong.
What's up, Mob?
What it do, kids?
What's good, brother?
Chilling, man. Just, as we say out here, grinding like Tony Hawk, man. Keep it pushing. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. We just cooking on.
I'm seeing the panhandler just coming out, huh?
Yeah.
I think me and Two Hands touched on this when we was talking about the packs and the hustling, how shit going up. Now niggas gotta switch up their hustle. You gotta hustle harder. You feel what I'm saying? It was 20 yesterday, now it's 40 today. I need that. COVID right here. You're gonna have to move through the motions with the environment that we living in today. Yeah. That's all it is.
Gotta diversify.
You already know we many men on this panel, we didn't went through droughts before, we didn't seen the game change before, and we had to adapt and adjust, and we still here today. We each of us, we all got past that 25 mark for a reason, bro. You feel me? Only the strong survive, bro. You feel me? And hustling, That means that you can get out here and get anything and flip it. Get out here and get anything and make some money. You feel what I'm saying?
I want to ask you a quick question that everybody answered on the panel. How would you feel if you had to lay some people off because of this pandemic, and due to the lack of money that they were getting, and they also get unemployment as well, so you still paying them in some form or another. So they get unemployment, but at the same time, they feel you owe them some money. So how would you feel if they came back and said, this pandemic that's going on, you owe me about a good 3 bands?
You saying if I was the business owner?
If you were a business owner.
If I was the business owner, for one, homie, I would already have a backup plan for something like this. But like I said, the commodity demand on the market price will just have to go up. You feel me? Everybody got to understand that. I'm going through those phases right now with situations that I'm going through. Nigga just got to pay more. You feel me? Me and you, boom, we talked about this already. So you feel what I'm saying? I'll just have to adjust my business aspect of how I'm approaching this market as of right now. And to my employees, it's either you gonna still stick with me and ride this wave, you feel me, and adjust. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna have many ways for you to adjust along with me. It's not like I'm just the boss and I'm the only person making money, and just because it's a pandemic, my company got to take a hit. Nah, bro, I'm gonna take out of my funds and we're gonna put it together at the table and we're gonna come up with a better solution. You feel what I'm saying? I look at movies like Wolf of Wall Street and different kind of companies like that, bro, who move from the ground up. You feel me? And you gotta adjust with whatever the market is. You feel me? I worked in a lot of telemarketing companies, bro, where every 5 days my check was looking like $2,500 because of how I was spitting the game. The shit wasn't selling as a whole, but I was making my numbers because of how I was putting it out there. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
it's all in your projection and your delivery.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? They looking like, how the fuck is you selling this? Yeah, bro, you gotta talk to these people. You gotta understand where these people coming from, and then get on the same playing field as where they at. That way that y'all can get a level ground. Because I'm not giving you no credit card number. I'm not coming out of my pocket or nothing, bro, unless I can feel where you coming from when you trying to sell something to me, or when you trying to present a commodity to me. And you got to know how to do that too.
I'm going to keep it all the way B, because I was just talking to Boom before we got on this live, bro, about how Pheno boxing really blew me, because, I was just going back over, the history of Jorge Linares, and I didn't like how people were, dragging him, considering, he's a three-division 4-time world champion. I feel like, he's become a little bit of a slicker boxer when he got with the Cuban coach, and I feel like, they're dragging Jorge's name through the mud, amongst Ryan Garcia, and he hasn't fought anybody yet, and acting like this guy doesn't have a chance, and I feel like Jorge very dangerous. So when she was talking to him, she started speaking on Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. But when you're speaking on Teofimo Lopez, and Jorge was going into his power and his quickness and giving him his respect and saying, hey, he'd be willing to fight anybody after the pandemic. Let's see how they talking. When she started talking about Teofimo, he was talking about Nagatani. She didn't even know who he had fought. She didn't know his name when he was asking. She couldn't answer the question. How are you a journalist in boxing and you don't even know who the fucking guy fought? That shit, I felt so disrespected by that. By her being doing punditry work, I felt like right then. So basically what I'm saying is, bro, basically to put all of this in a whole, sit these motherfuckers at a round table with us, right? Fucking Pheno, Michelle Phelps, Fight Hub, put them all at the table and let's talk boxing, and I fucking put a camera in front of us. And I wonder how that conversation would go for an hour. Who would be carrying that shit?
I'll be down. Let's go.
Hell yeah. You already know how it's going to go. Their fucking boxing IQ fucking is probably the size of a brain of a fucking shark.
A shark?
You can't do that because they just picked up the sack, 2 hands. You feel what I'm saying? When we talk about this, man, these are the busters that just picked up the sack. They don't know nothing about the game. They don't have a passion behind it. And when you only come into something just based off of the money and you don't have no type of passion or no type of knowledge behind what you're doing, that's already when you reach these type of situations, you're going to go through the struggle. You ain't going to be able to adjust. You feel what I'm saying? Because your views is limited, bro. Your views is limited, like Anthony Joshua said, bro. Your views is limited.
It just truly blows my mind how these individuals have so much power through social media, have so much power through the connections they made, because at the end of the day, when it comes down to business, really, you could be the dumbest individual in the world, because it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. That shit carries you a long way. It's carried a lot of individuals that don't even fucking deserve fucking to be in certain positions a very long way. So for them to be in those positions, to have all the opportunities to reach out and talk to this person, this person, this person right now in this field, and you mean to tell me that you can't come up with anything that's going to generate you some type of freaking revenue stream to where you feeling comfortable and you can move and shake? Bro, y'all already been a problem, because y'all haven't innovated or came up with one thing in boxing that you could say that you could attach your name and channel to say, yo, that's creative. That's just me. That's something that people are clamoring for. That's what boxing needs. For y'all motherfuckers with 500,000 subscribers and all of that shit, you're lacking creativity and you're not putting out anything that fucking real boxing fans can hold on to. So you better be fucking worried, because I'm all on your motherfucking neck. I'm stepping on it. I'm stomping on it. I'm jumping on that shit like a trampoline right now, hoping that bitch crack.
For real. Because I mean, a lot of these dudes, they just knew people and was like, hey, you know this guy, hey, you around these fighters, why don't you just, ask them a couple questions, blah, 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 and then boom. Now you got all these boxing fans saying, oh, well, shit, this guy must be it. So imagine if Unrivaled is in every boxing gym. Imagine if Mob is in every boxing gym, like literally in every boxing gym with a microphone or a camera. Two Hands is in every boxing gym. Of course, we asking fighters all the questions. Of course, they right here in our face. And we got this platform, boom, off top. So I could imagine us having thousands of subscribers being able to do that. But the thing about it, what separates us from them is that we know boxing. We know boxing.
Bro, I can't explain the way the fucking world works. I can't explain how certain shit happens. I'm a firm believer in energy, and I'm a firm believer certain people are placed in your lives for certain reasons, man. And I've always been a firm believer in everybody is blessed in a certain way to be special at something. You just have to fucking unlock it and fucking harness it and go run with your potential. And if you fucking plight your potential, that is on you. But it's on you how you run your marathon. So what I'm saying is, whatever it is, that thing you're good at, fucking maximize your potential and be great at that. If you're fucking sitting in a fucking field and you're fucking trying to figure out how you're going to be compensated from another individual when you got in the game and you came up how we had to come up self-made, and you mean to tell me you have no creativity whatsoever? Oh yeah, you better be fearful, motherfucker. It's going to be a lot of cold sweats and shaky nights for y'all when we coming up.
100%, man. Like, look at it like this, yeah? Let's say 3 years from now, so one of us is at like 150, 200K subs like they are, right? And we're out interviewing and shit. And let's say we get the fucking tequila virus, right? We get the tequila virus going around and we're out with hey, that person on this panel ain't going to be like, Eddie Hearn, you need to give me money. You need to compensate me. I've done so much for you.
It's not going to happen.
No. You should be fucking grateful that you've been given that opportunity.
Fuck you, Eddie. You treat me like animal.
For a person that don't even, for a person that don't even rely on a check, I can't even speak them words that they talking over there. You feel me? Because I never even fall back on that. You feel what I'm saying? I fall back with my capabilities is in the streets. I mean, because jobs and all that shit might shut down one day. You feel what I'm saying? Then what you gonna do? How you gonna provide for your family? You feel me? When all your savings go out, that's that. I've been prepared for that situation for a very long time, so I can't even understand the words that's coming out of their mouth when they talk, when they holding their hand out asking for money. You feel what I'm saying? Like I be telling some of the homeless people that, look, you got an ID, get out there and get you a job, bro. You feel me?
Look, I'm just gonna put it like this.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, Rob, how was the job force looking out there in Ireland? You know what I mean? You on the other side of the pond, so what's it looking like?
I lost my fucking job at the start of COVID. Like, I took a fucking new course to do fucking security work, and I'm gonna start security in a week or two. Like, it is what it is, you know what I mean? You just gotta fucking do your own thing, make your bounds elsewhere. That's how shit fucking works for boys. But yeah, I want to say this, right? And I really want to say this. Might be a bit of a weird analogy, not as weird as Battle Rifle talking about serial killers. But still pretty weird.
That was
it might still be a little bit weird, but yo, anyone here ever fucking pay for an escort in their life?
No.
Right. Nobody's gonna admit to that, but anyone in the chat, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, right? COVID hits in. Let's say you've hooked up with this like hooker like 40 times. Who knows? Who knows what
Pay
your
for
life's like?
what? Pussy?
I could
Yeah,
pay for.
hold on to Hans. Let me get this right. You pay for you
Negative.
pay, right. Hold. Let me get my point out, fam. Right.
Oh no,
Hold on.
I didn't know that's what you said. I just wanted to be clear on it. That's where we were
Yeah,
at.
yeah. People pay for escorts, right? So imagine like there's a dude who's fucking fucked this fucking escort 40 times, right? And now because of Corona, right, she's got no fucking money. This is literally what's going on. She walks up to him and she's like, "Yo, after all the orgasms I gave you, you should compensate me." Yo, I've been compensating you.
Right.
That's what's going on here, though. Michelle's saying, I deserve You've been compensated. You've made money off of all of these interviews.
Now, let me say this one thing to piggyback on what Mark said, just based off of we talking about the women that's saying this. I was talking about the man, but just the women, I mean, come on now. My own mom told me, look, son, your hustle skills got to kick in right about now. You feel me? So if a woman going to tell me that, bro, y'all got to step y'all game up. And y'all got to y'all got a little bit more foot into the door than some of these men do too. So let's keep it 100.
Hey, Mom, you want to know what my mom said to me last week, dog? It's funny that you said this shit. My mom said to me, she was like, the covering has been lifted. If you got any type of, you know what I'm saying, if you got any type of religious person in your family, you know, and they talk about the covering has been lifted, that means your protection spiritually from your family and all of that stuff, the covering that you got from your family. I mean, people looking out for you and shit like that shit is over. You gotta depend on you. You know, it's one of those things where you gotta get out here. You got to hustle, man.
Gotta get it, bro. It don't make no sense for these dudes to not be out, and these females not be out here making something happen. And when I said, I'm gonna clear this up. Now I don't do that. The prostitution, the escort, but I have actually told a girl, you feel me, straight up, and took her on a date and literally just took her out just because I wanted to get laid. Straight up. I ain't never just like paid the girl, was like, yeah, you're gonna just give me a blowjob or have sex with me or something like that. Not that way, but I've literally known that I was taking this girl on a date just for the simple fact that I was just trying to have sex with her. I've done that. So in my mind,
I'm gonna keep it all the way official. Ain't nobody gonna talk that shit. I always been a hustler in the city. I always got motherfucking crazy money, nigga. I was shipped out of nigga. I'm in Baltimore, nigga, and DC or whatever, nigga. Whatever city I touch down in, nigga. Las Vegas, nigga. I'm buying them motherfucking grade A hoes, nigga. I buy them grade A hoes, them top notch bitches. I'm talking about them $500, $1,000 bitches. I was bringing them bitches back to the room. Me and my homie busting them down. Cause guess what? It ain't tricking if you got it. And I fuck plenty of hoes for free. I be the first nigga to admit that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
hey, cousin will love you out here. Cousin will love your ass out here for sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro, because I hate when people like, I ain't never paid for no pussy. Like, man, nah, you didn't pay for some pearl. Like, you done did some stuff where you was the sole purpose. You was just trying to get in something. So don't make it seem like
look, Eric, the problem is these niggas extra goofy. They all paid for it. You paid for it over the 3 months you was trying to reel in that one piece of pussy, nigga. I went ahead and paid the top dollar bitch off King Street in DC and Chocolate City. Brought her ass back to the motherfucking chalet up in motherfucking the Hilton and bust her motherfucking ass down. And guess what with that 500, nigga? I'm all night, nigga. She jumped, man. Look, she jumping off the poles. She doing all types of weird, extra freaky shit, my nigga. That's why, you know what I'm saying? When you got it, nigga, I'm a live, nigga. I always live. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't never been the type of nigga to front on what I do or how I do it. Cause guess what?
Yeah.
I don't live in the dark, nigga. I'm motherfucking illuminated.
All my cousins is peas out here, so I already know the game, bro. Nigga, I help niggas run the escort service, so trust and believe. I didn't see them come in, come out, but me just personally, I just never had to really resort to them.
Hey, Ma, I swear to God, one of the best times I had when I came to motherfucking Las Vegas, nigga. I hit that bunny ranch, nigga. I left the bunny ranch, nigga. Made the motherfucking call to the motherfucking to the elite escort service. Me and my mans had 4 broads come back to the room, 2 Puerto Ricans, 1 white and 1 chocolate, nigga. Went ham in the Excalibur, nigga. Top floor going stupid.
Hey, Cuzzo got the 4 Orientals, nigga. 2 of them don't even speak no English. He like the white dude in the suit that we was sitting out watching him, and white dude in the suit, he looked at me because I was looking at him like he was crazy. He had like all 4 of them over there. He was like, man, it's only 2,000. Like, just looked at me like that, shook his shoulders, like, it's only 2,000. I said, Cuzzo, bro, you got it. You got it made, nigga. You got the Phantom, you got the Orientals, you killing it. So it's, but hey, I didn't see some of the top executive pit bosses at the casinos. All of them come through Cuzzo, come through the service. You feel me? You'd be surprised. So you feel me?
Man, bro, you don't know how many politicians and shit motherfucking ran through K Street. Niggas had them bitches swerving. Nigga, I don't party with motherfucking politicians, nigga, busting bitches down right in front of the motherfucking Constitution. Nigga, look, I'm gonna keep it all the way funky, bro. Like I said, I've always had the baddest of the bitches, bro. But like I said, man, life isn't a fucking adventure, bro. I'm not motherfucking married. I go out here, I spin the bag, I have fun, motherfucking, and then there's plenty of motherfucking hoes and niggas fucking playing. I ain't saying I pay pussy all the time, but if I'm out of town, why am I going to game with this bitch, buy her 1,000 drinks? She might come back to the motherfucking room and she still don't want to fucking fuck, and she already knew what time it was. She just can't ask about me. Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and call this motherfucking top-notch, thoroughbred, quarter horse ass bitch, and I'm gonna have her come back to the room, and I'm gonna break this bitch down like Jenga.
Hey, that's why I'm known as an asshole, because I'm too direct. I ain't about to go through all of that with you. You feel what I'm saying? Before I even hit my hand in my pocket, bro, we gotta know where this is going straight out. You know, you looking that type, so let's get it cracking. You feel what I'm saying? But you feel me? Like I said, I seen some real ones come through there, you know, and drop some bands. So if you got it, bro, you live it. Long as your ass is strapping it up and wrapping it up like BET, I don't care what a nigga do.
Every time I move on some wild shit, nigga, I'm strapped up like shorts. Nigga. I got
long as my niggas is doing that.
Hey, Mom, nigga, I got more golden tickets than Willy Wonka, nigga.
All right, let's keep on talking. Getting too far off. Let's back over. Woo, you hella dumb though, but
shit, y'all remember that old song Ray Cash, nigga? I'm a pimp in my own mind, nigga, and in real life, nigga. I'm gonna get one.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, he retarded as hell. But
this dude be switching it up like he's trans, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, gotta love two hands, man. Gotta love them. But yeah, basically, I don't see why these media outlets is doing all this complaining when we got people out here like these four individuals on the panel that basically is making it happen with barely making it over 10,000 subscribers, and these people have over damn near 500,000 or 250,000 subscriber base by themselves. So
Coogan ain't far from 1 million right now, bro.
Yeah. Fight Hub has 500,000. Has literally
what's OFL TV got right now, bro?
I think 300,000.
No, they have more than 300K. Way more.
Last time I checked, it was 300. So if it's more than that, it's about half.
They have 610,000.
You've got to be. Well, I think that's why Coogan ain't tripping, because IFL TV still pumping out material though. IFL still got videos.
Yo, Fight Hub have 784,000.
So they almost at 1 million. Man, you all tripping.
What's the show? You got little kids on here making millions of dollars. Y'all better get it together. I've been seeing some of these people on here talking about cars all day, riding dirt bikes in the dirt all day. They only got 50,000, 100,000. They up there spending 20,000, 30,000 on kits. Y'all better get it together. I don't want to hear no excuses.
Yo, Michelle Joy Phelps has 205,000 subscribers, bro. Bro, no reasons to complain, bro. She's got 100 times my subs.
Right.
More. Yeah, 100 times my subs.
Hey, let's keep it real, bro. We in the era where it's so much more easier to make money nowadays than it was in the 80s and 90s. So why is people complaining? You feel me?
If you think about it, and then go back, I don't mean to cut you off, Ma, but if you think about it, based on what Two Hands said about them knowing us, since they know us and they see us and they see what we doing, why don't they get smart and say, hey, if I do that on my platform or a form of it, I can still maintain or do some like you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't think to evolve or learn some shit.
They not in tune with the fans. That's why. You feel me? They only looking for people who gonna follow they ideology and they narratives and shit. They
Exactly,
don't have real
exactly, Bob.
fans. You feel
Bob,
me?
exactly, exactly. Let me say this, Bill. Right? I'm gonna say this, and this is the main reason why, and people can touch on this. Michelle could be doing live streams, yeah. She could be doing videos giving her opinion, but the only thing is, you can tell by her entitlement right now that she believes she's above criticism. And when you are in this type of shit, you get criticized for every damn word you say. You do. Two hands, you get criticized, don't you, on content sometimes? People
Absolutely.
criticize you.
Every
Bill,
video. Every
Bill,
video.
you get criticized every fucking video, every live stream you go live. People be up in here. You don't know what the fuck you do. Blah 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 blah. Could you imagine her on a live stream and people being like, "Yo, you're only there because of your tits"? She'd have a mental breakdown, bro.
Yeah, and these women are quick to kill. These so-called entitled celebrity upper echelon women are quick to kill themselves because somebody, gives them some harsh truth.
Like I
Oh
said,
yeah.
I'm all for backing a woman's word and and trying to get to the facts. But when you say one thing and then I see you on another video when you was just grinding on a nigga and doing some things like you would be letting me know you would be giving me some indications of what you trying to do by your movements or what I seen you do. So for you to turn back and try to play victim, already right there, your credibility with me is already up the street and around the corner. You feel what I'm saying? But you don't keep those type of fans to keep it real with you like that. So you only gonna cater to the fans that you got, which is you only gonna give the answers to those fans. You're not gonna give a general perspective about boxing when you answering certain questions or when you doing certain interviews and answer certain questions. You feel me? But like I said, it's all based on the platform that they withhold over there where they at. You feel me? Just like Mark said, bro, if you don't have a lot of you know, you gotta have you gotta have some kind of criticism there to keep it 100. Because if you got a lot of yes men around you, you only gonna think one way. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I enjoy the talks that we be having because everybody got their own and different opinions about certain things. You feel me? But we all come back to the table and
You
we
need
all speak
backbone
about
for
it.
this shit. You need backbone for this shit. And I'll be honest, a lot of them don't have it because they aren't actually, it's not what they're saying that ever gets criticized. It's what the people say that they're interviewing because they're interviewing people. They never really get criticized, you know?
Bro.
Because it's
Mark,
not their opinions, it's not their own shit. They have no backbones. They can't cope when shit goes wrong.
Mark, you so fucking correct, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you, to be an actual force in this YouTube box community where your voice is something that people listen to and they respect you in this shit, respect your mind and this stuff. You gotta, you got the other counterparts that come through with with the most pessimistic, disrespectful, malicious, hate that they could possibly throw out on the keyboard. But at the whole time, a nigga like me, man, I'm YouTube Iron Man, B. That shit don't move me for nothing. I welcome all of the bullshit because guess what? You can't talk that shit how I talk that shit. So please put your best effort in. You're not gonna you're not gonna outcrack me, and you damn sure ain't gonna outthink me. So please be as ignorant as you want to be, cause guess what? All that shit gonna help my fucking analytics with your comments, you fucking dummy.
Bro, I'd be killing people all the time. Like I made a video the other day, right, about Manny Pacquiao and like being top 5 greatest of all time. I fucking broke that shit down, all the records other fighters have had, and then I've had people say, "Oh, you're wrong," blah blah, and then I've gone into the comment section, ripped them apart, ripped every word they were saying apart, proving them fucking wrong. And they told me to go slit my wrists and kill myself, right? And I'm like, thanks for the fucking comment, mate.
Right, like they try to they go so far left over boxing talk, and that's because they don't even have the capacity to even think past, what I'm saying, what they've heard from fucking Blue Butt or what they heard from fucking Sloppy Enigma or fucking 69 Sports. So they basic as hell, and then they come over here with their basic shit. They don't even have the knowledge to they don't even have the fucking heart to jump on the panel to even try to fucking debate. Even the big wigs like Michelle Phelps, they would never jump on the panel to do what we do. We doing the hard shit. They not even doing it. They don't even touch the people. They don't talk to the people. These motherfuckers see them in passing. Like, we really dealing with the real fans, the real people in boxing, bro. That's why I say, man, we the heartbeat of this shit. These motherfuckers don't do it how we do it.
Right, and to make it even worse is that the thing is people that show their face like myself, Myron, Deuce, Two Hands, some of these fighters, they see us at fights and won't even talk to us. Just because they already know who we are based on our YouTube content. They're not gonna talk to us. Me and Deuce already spoke about this on the phone about how some fighters will see us and won't say 2 words to us because they see what we say about them on YouTube. They know what we
fuck
say. They
'em.
know what we think. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like you're too real for some people. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't want the real. They don't want the truth. They don't want to get the real questions out there. They want the people like the Phelps and the Radio Raheems in the world. That's the people they
Fuck
want.
it, man. Let me say something, right? There's a YouTuber in the UK, like boxing related, Hatman Strikes Back, right? I'm not a huge fan of his channel. Some people are, some people aren't. He's one of the biggest boxing opinionated channels out there, 66k subscribers, right?
Right.
This guy has a saying that I believe in. One saying, and whether it's fighter or people, whatever you want to put it down to, nobody is below praise and no one is above criticism. Fact.
That's correct. That's 100% fact. Like, yo, I don't even know why people, exalt these people and put them on such a pedestal. Bruh, slice them motherfuckers. They don't bleed fucking money. I promise you that. They don't bleed gold. They bleed red just like you do. So what does that tell you? Them motherfuckers regular. So the only time them motherfuckers could even be above you is if you mentally allow yourself to be inferior. Let yourself even think that you're inferior to somebody. Me, I don't feel like I'm inferior to nobody, but I don't walk above anybody. I give everybody their respect because we all men. We all, you know what I'm saying, women, we all kindred, we all stand on 10 toes. So at the end of the day, I give respect and I just expect to get it. Other than that, none of these motherfuckers are above approach. None of these motherfuckers are above answering questions, and they damn sure ain't better than you. And a fucking bank account ain't going to dictate that, nor is a subscriber number.
100%, man. 100%. Well, I tell you what makes you who you are. By being individual and doing your own shit.
Absolutely.
That's what it is. It's that simple. Just doing your thing. Nobody on here is the same. Nobody does things the same. Sure, Two Hands. Wasn't it just the other week that you were on a fucking live stream with your fucking webcam on? You were using a fucking shovel as a selfie stick.
Yep. Sure was.
That's adoption. That's adoption.
Absolutely. Putting down the yard work and still doing the stream at the same damn time.
Yeah, I once used a microphone from like an actual like mic horn like that you use when you're out on the streets, like the big fucking whatever those things are. I once used one of them on a live stream from 56 feet away because I knew the distance to my phone and how much noise it would make, and it sounded like I was talking point because I was doing shit.
Fuck it, man. Ingenuity at its finest.
Hey, that's how you know if the world go to shit, you know the people who gonna survive and you know the people who ain't. You feel what I'm saying?
Like low key, I got a little black redneck in me. I got a little bit of MacGyver in me. I got a little bit of, Silicon Valley in me. I got a whole lot of Baltimore City in me. I got a whole lot of, Southeast DC up in me. And I got a whole lot of, Camden, New Jersey, and a whole lot of, Florentia, South Central Los Angeles up in me. So at the end of the day, I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, I've experienced a lot, and at the same time, bro, I'm always gonna be good.
Yeah. Well, I'm just West Oakland. I'm just West Oakland. So.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I got, me and my family all over the place, man.
Yep. That man got roots everywhere. He got roots everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, it's I just feel like with these media outlets having the platform that they have, there's no reason for them to be out here complaining, fussing about what they don't have when they could be making the best of this situation. And in a sense, you never know. If they were smart, they could build it. But at the other thing I was thinking about, I don't think that's their platform except Marcos. I think Fight Hub is his, all the way his. But I think
But Marcos, by the way, I want to say this. You can tell Marcos a boxing fan.
Absolutely.
You can tell. Look at it in his eyes when he's talking to fighters. He's doing fucking scorecards. This man can actually watches the sport. I've heard Kugan talk about different fighters nobody talks about. Dude, the boxing fan as well. Radio Raheem, I think I'll be honest. I don't want to say it like that. I think he's just a new Ryan Seacrest, Man, that's what I think he is.
Man, give him that work. Fuck, I'm gonna tell you how it is, man. That motherfucker is a casual Carlton. He's a casual Carlton from Fresh Prince in the boxing game, B.
Two hands is a
Straight
fucking
like
fool. Two hands is a fool,
Straight like
bro.
that. Y'all already know. Y'all ain't got to say it because I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, two hands.
It's good.
You need to take Carlton down that like fucking dancing shit, Brad. Like it's not unusual Tom Jones and put
Yeah.
Radio Raheem interviews in there and like start mixing it together on an edit, bro. That shit be
Oh,
fun.
yeah, I'm gonna fuck him up. I like radio. I like Radio Raheem, but I just recognize, his casual ability. But I do respect the fact that he puts his work in. My thing is, I just
grinds.
feel like
They
he's
all
learning.
grind.
I feel like he's learning along the way. Like he don't know nothing about the sport. He's just talking. You know what I mean? And he's figuring shit out along the way.
Yo, he does have the best interview I've seen in the last year, though. Did you guys see that interview with Bernard Hopkins when Bernard Hopkins was drunk? You can tell Bernard's never had a drink in his life. Bernard was all types of fucked up, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. See, I'll send you that
Send
shit
me
through
the link.
hands. I'll send you that shit, bro. Hold on.
Fuck yeah! I gotta see that. Beehive, that's my guy.
Yeah,
That motherfucker drunk, he gonna be talking extra reckless.
He was turned, bro.
He was torn up, bro.
My man.
Yeah, Myron actually did a full fucking reaction to that. Myron was dead, bro.
Yeah.
Myron was dead, bro.
Nice.
Yeah, hold on. Yo, where was send with Twitter at you at Twitter, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. This shit's funny, bro.
That's heck of funny. You gotta see that. That shit was hilarious.
Hey D, you already know. Niggas don't get y'all ain't got the word. I'ma say it. I don't give a fuck. I'ma take the heat. Cause I'ma say it. I'ma burn their ass up.
For real.
But I fucks with Radio Raheem. I don't want to get it twisted. It's just, you know what I'm saying? My man Carlton, you know what I mean?
Just watch this interview. I tweeted it at you, two hands, right? When you watch this shit, when you're done, right? Just watch Radio Raheem's face the entire way through, bro. He's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? He's like, I don't even know what to do in this situation.
Adapt, motherfucker.
Yo, by the way, during this interview, Bernard said, people keep calling Tyson Fury like the Great White Hope. He's not fucking good enough to be a Great White Hope.
Oh wow, bro! Hopkins went to it.
He said, "I'll never do an interview again in my life if he beats Deontay Wilder. I'll never do it."
Oh fuck!
Wow. I forgot about that part. Yeah, he did say that.
Bernard Hopkins was talking reckless like that. Like
he was drunk, bro. He was drunk.
They have in that fucking tomato can, man, because we already know.
I guarantee you, he only had
sober thoughts, bro. Drunk words are sober thoughts. So you had no belief in Tyson Fury whooping Deontay Wilder? Fucking hell.
Yep, that's what he said. I remember. I saw it. And then I remember when Myron did the response to it. He couldn't wait. He called me right after he did it.
Oh yeah, hey, when Double M hears some shit to get him fired up, it's a wrap. That shit is uploaded in the next fucking 30 minutes. I promise you that. Yep. If it ain't uploaded, he live with that shit. He gonna
no, bro. He went live with this.
See what I'm saying?
This shit was up for about. I think it was up. The duration of the video. I think he may have seen it within 5 minutes of a going.
Bro, how did I not catch that? What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. I've sent it to you there on Twitter. Bro, you're gonna love this shit, bro.
See it. You're gonna die laughing.
You gotta at me back on Twitter with your fucking thoughts on that shit, man.
Oh man, I can't wait to watch that shit.
And there's a point during the interview where you see Hopkins and he's standing there, and when you're drunk and you're outside, and you see the air just hit him, and he's like, "Whoa."
Bro, that's this coronavirus, bro, because everybody's stuck in their house. What are they doing? They self-medicating with drinks, smoke, pills, all types of stuff.
This was before.
Oh, this was way before.
This was just before Round. This was about this. This was just before Wilder versus Fury.
This was after that girl that had the weave incident. This was after her fight. When she fought the girl on steroids.
Yeah.
Cruz. When she said, you want the weave? Hey, hold up, I gotta rock that joke. The coach said, you want the weave or you want to win?
Right.
You want your weave or you want to win?
Bro, that goes down as the best. That goes down as by far the best corner moment of the last year. By far, fam.
Bro.
Yeah.
And it was a cracking ass fight.
Cause she was like, no. He was like, he had to slap. Like, hey, you want the weave or you want the belt? You want the weave or you want the win?
I want the belt. She said a bitch weave came off. That's all right. A bitch can fight though.
You feel me? That was hilarious.
That was the most. Bro. Let's be honest. That's the most human thing we've seen in boxing in a while. That's the most real shit, Brad. That's the type of shit you see like at 4 o'clock outside of a club.
Man, look, that shit need to be on a t-shirt, yo, for all female boxers rocking them motherfucking lace fronts. Bitch, you want your weave or you want to win?
Do you want a weave or do you want a belt?
Straight up.
Oh, shit.
The only male boxer ever who can really relate to that is fucking Paulie Malignaggi. Remember when he had those dreads on? They were going side to side and getting into his eyes.
She should have felt comfortable when that motherfucker came off. It should have brought her right back at home.
Right. Well, I gotta go do these clothes. I gotta wash some clothes and shit. So I'm gonna holler at you on the next one. Appreciate y'all.
Salute, King.
Oh man.
Salute to my man Two Hands. Salute to Unrivaled for sliding in. Salute to my man Mob also sliding in, man.
Fire live.
If you haven't done so, man, subscribe to my boy Unrivaled Boxer Talking News. If you haven't done so, you better do so. Subscribe to my man Two Hands Up. You already know what it is. You feel me? And dudes, take us out. You know what to do.
Man, look, man. As we always say at the end of this shit, man, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. MBBC the fuck up though. Respect.